Hello everyone, you're welcome back to Netcode-Hub channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how to create flyouts and tabs or tab bar. Flyout and tab bars are used in Maui app development for navigation. If you create pages and you want to navigate between these content pages, you can use flyout or tab bars to navigate between them. And that is what we're going to have a look today. Now, all flyout and tab bars have to be created in the appshell.xaml file. So when you create a new project and you go to appshell.xaml, you can see you have this shell content page, and that is where flyouts and sidebars or tab bars have to be created. So we have a default one, and that's what you see as a shell content. So if I have a copy of this, and now I copy this and I'll paste it here. If I run this application, the first one here is going to be displayed. This is the route's main page. Now this is home. So if you can change this to, let's change this to customer. Now this is home. We have two shell contents here. Which one is going to display? Now let's save this and now let's run this application and see. So let's refresh, run this, and now let's see which one of these is going to be displayed. Alright, so you can see that the first shell content page has been shown here. That is the customer. Where if you navigate to the appshell.xaml page, you can see that we have the first shell content, and that is the second one, and the first one is shown. So no matter how many shell content that you have in your appshell.xaml file, only the first one is going to set automatically as your home page. So let's talk about flyout. Flyouts are like sidebars. They appear at the left corner of the application, the mobile app. And this left corner up here, that is the icon over there. When you click on it, you're going to have a lot or your content pages that you have created and link into your application. So let's have a look. Now to enable flyout, you can set it to enabled. If you see, when you create a new project and you go to the shell content, you have the shell.flyout behavior as disabled. So you can decide to enable that. So enable this. So you can see we have flyout. So when it's set to flyout, it means you are enabling it. And as you can see from here, it is enabled. Now, if I click on this, you can see I have the customer page and I have the other one, that's the home page. So I have these two content, shell content as pages over here. But they all refer to the same page. That is the main page. So if I click on this, nothing happens, but it has navigated to itself. Okay, so that is the flyout. Now with this, to organize the flyout, we have a way of organizing it by putting all of the shell content in the flyout tab. So how do you do that? So we can do that by creating the flyout item tag. So let's cut all this from here and let's cut this well, and we can use flyout item. So you can see we have flyout item here. Now with this flyout item, we can have a title. So let's say this is a title, and now this is going to be, let's say this is a dashboard. Now dashboard, you can have shell content icon, but before that, let's paste the two shell content that we have here. So we have to paste this. Now when you paste this, so let's create another page. Now we have main page, so let's create maybe contact page. So right click on this, let's create this page. So add new, let's stop debugging, and now let's add new content, so new file .NET Maui, now content page, and now here you want to create contact us page. So the page now you have two pages here, so let's add another one, and this will be about us. So this is about us. So let's go to the shell content. Now in here we have three flyouts, so let's copy one and also add the other one. And now here we're going to say that this is about us, and now we have contact us. So the routing, we can copy this where it should navigate to. Then let's copy about us, let's paste it here, and that is the home. So we can maintain the home, and that's the main page here. So when you save this And now let's run this and see. So aside from doing this, defaultly when you create flyout item, it is set as a single item. So but here you can see we have 2 or more shell content here. So in order for us to enable the whole flyout well, we have to set that behavior to as multiple items. So how do you set it? We're going to use fly our display option, and I will set it to as multiple items, meaning we have 2 or more shell content here. Now with this shell content too, you can specify shell icon. So you can say icon, then .netbot.png. So let's say this our icon. So let's copy this and I'll paste it here and paste it here too. So this means that you can specify an icon. Now let's run this and see. Alright, so you can see that the app is now rendered, and you can see we have the flyout here. But unfortunately, you can see we have the same button displayed as a tab bar. Although we did not specify the tab bar, but we have it here. When we click on this, you can see we have the icons and also we have the tab bars over here. Now I can decide to click on this and I get us the contact us, and now this also gets us to the about us. So we can change this. So this is contact us, and you can have, so you save this, and now you can see they've changed now. So customer, now this customer, let's set this as home. So we have home, we have contact us, and we have about us. Okay, but how can we hide this? Because we have this fly bar, that's the flyout over here. So how can we hide this? We can do that by setting up. So shell dot is tab visible. So we can set that. So we can set this to false. Now when I set this to false and I'll save this, this sidebar is going to be off. So as you can see, the shell dot tab bar is visible, and I will set this to false. So when we restart the application, let's see, this tab bar is going to be hidden, and this, the flyout, going to be there. So let's restart this. So as you can see, the tab bars are off. We have the sidebar, and that is the flyout there, and as you can see from here. Now aside from this, you can decide to add footer and header to this sidebar. So you can have the header, you can have the footer over here. Let's try that and see. So here we can specify, so shell dot, that is flyout header. So with this header, you can even specify an image, and now the source will be, so let's use .netbot.png. And if I save this, you can see we have the header over there, and we can also specify the footer. So we can set the width size to maybe 150, and or let's say 100. So that is 100. So that's the footer, and we can write beneath us maybe header. So with this, we can just grab this, and now we can use vertical stack layout. So this is the image, and beneath the image we can have a label, and this label, let's say this is text. You can say that this is flyout header. So flyout header, and that is what we have now. Let's set this to center. So horizontal text align is set to center, and let's see, good. So that is the header. Now we can do the same thing and set the footer too. So to set the footer, let's grab this, and we can now paste the same thing here, and instead of header we now go for footer. So you can see we have flyout footer, and within the footer we can also specify this. So when we save this, and let's see, so you can see we have the flyout footer over here, and that's also the flyout footer. We have the vertical layout, and we have the image also displayed. Okay, Now let's restart and see what's gonna happen here. Okay, so it is even there. So that is the footer here. And let's change this to footer. So we have the footer indicated over here. Okay, so aside from this, what I think that we can also do, we can specify shell template or shell item template. So we can decide to arrange this well. So maybe we will decide to do something like shell dot, let's specify an item template. Now within the item template, we can have our data template, and within the data template we can have our grid, and here the grid. So let's specify grid. Now we can say that here we want column definitions. Image, let's pass image as 30, so we can say dot 30, then star, and let's specify dot 70 star. And also with the rows, now we have 3 shell contents here, so we need to specify row definitions, and now we're going to say star, star, and star, because there are 3. Okay, so in here, this is what we can do. We can actually use frame here. So let's see if frame is going to work for us. So with this frame, that is the first one, and we have to set it as, we can even set this, the first one here, as horizontal stack layout. So horizontal stack layout, and with this, let's see, so in here, this is grid. So this is grid dot row, and here it is 0. If you don't specify it, it's going to work as well. So what we're going to do here is, let's paste. You can decide to specify this, that is the home page and the icon. So here, this is what you're going to do. Let's specify the image, and now with this image, we are going to say, we're going to bind the source, and we're going to say bind dot flyout icon. So flyout icon, and let's also specify the label, and this label we're going to say test, and binding to title. Now with this, the icon, let's see, now with this icon we set the request. Let's set width request to 50 and height also to 50. So let's save this, and now let's, okay, so you can see we have the icons here, and this we can even specify spacing as 10. So we're going to space this up, and now with this grid we can have row spacing and column spacing. So we have row spacing. So row spacing, we can set this to 10, and you're going to separate them, and we're going to have also column spacing. We can set this to 10 as well. So aside from this, we can have maybe a border line. Now you can see we have this and that. We can have a border, you can have a box view, and so forth. So we have 3 here. Now there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can have a box view to have a line separated. So you can customize it the way as you want in your flyout. Since you have the header, the footer, and you have the content here, with the having of shell.item template, you can modify it as a way that you want. Okay, now aside from this, let's talk about tabs. So tabs over here. So how is it possible? Can we do tabs? Yes, of course, we can do that. Let's see. Now let's comment all this. or we can even, let's comment this from here. We have the shell, we have shell template, and we have our flyout item. We have our shell item template and everything over here. Now down here, let's see what we can do with the tabs. So doing the tabs, you have to pass in the tab bar. So this tab bar, and now with this tab bar as we have, let's go in there and now grab this shell content here. Let's close it, and now let's paste in between the tab bars. So let's save this, and now this have to appear over here, the same thing. So let's format this well and restart. So after this, let's restart the application and see. So let's restart. So now we have this done, but you see the tabs are not displaying because we set this tab visible as false. So let's clear this. And now let's save this, and we must now have the tabs over here. So let's restart and see. Alright, so you can see we have them appeared, and I can click on this to navigate as well. So that is the tab, and this is the flyout. Flyout header, footer, these are the contents. We have our tabs, and that's over there. Now you can see in some apps, you can have tabs on top here. These are tabs on top here, and these are tab bars. So how can we do tabs on top here? Let's have a look at this. So let's try to grab this. So let's try to grab all this, the first two, or even this three. And here, this is what you're going to do. So first of all, we have to create tab. So let's create tab. Now let's paste within the tab. Let's format this well. So we have the tab in this. Let's save this. And this is going to pop up on top of the page here. So let's restart. Alright, so you can see the app is ready now, but these tabs are not showing. The reason is we have our flyout showing. So our flyout and also these tabs can't show. So one must be off. So if this is off, that one will be on. And if this one is on, that one will be off. So let's say now all our flyout over here. Let's comment this. So this is our flyout. Now let's comment this flyout. So Control K and C. Let's save this. And now you can see we have our tabs over here. Now aside from having these tabs, you can see there's no title here. So that's the first tab. Now let's add title. And now this is home. And let's add icon. So icon, you're gonna say this is .NET bot. So as soon as you can see we add it, we have the icon here. Now, if I click on this, you can navigate to contact us and about us. And also we can go to all the tabs over here as well. If I click on this home, you can see nothing happens. All this, nothing happens. So in case I want to get rid of this and I'll create the next tabs, then I'm going to clear all this. Then I can make a copy of this. Then I'll paste it. 1, and I'll paste it 2. Now with this, you can see we have the 2. Now let's make some edits here. So let's format this well. Now let's do same to this as well. So now we see the first tab here, we have the name identified already. Now let's go to the second tab. So instead of home, maybe it's going to be like product. And within the product, we can have maybe service. Let's say we can have something like purchase. Now let's go to the next tab. And now here it's going to be for services. And now with this services, we can have maybe location as the first one. Now let's save this. So let's click on the second one, that's the product. Now you can see we have pages. When you click on this service, you can see we have location. And now this flight layout is not working. It is because we set the flight layout to, now let's disable that. So disable this, save this, and now it is off. So we have this working perfectly, and all these are tabs, these are tab bars, and what went off is, that's a flyout. Okay, so I believe with this flyout, creating a flyout or a sidebar and creating tabs and tab bars, it is clear now. So that is it. I believe you'll be using these in your application because they help navigate us to content pages easily. Thank you guys for watching this video. Check our playlist. We have a lot of lessons over there for you, both Blazor and .NET Maui application, and they are there. They are also informative lessons too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you up in the next video.